What's up, TikTok? Welcome to another episode of the Tina Parker Show that I'm doing on TikTok. This is the WTFU daily, 3 receipts in 3 minutes. The theme today, first of all, how was your new year? Did you have a good one? Did you stay up till late? Do you have a hangover? How was your day? I went to bed at about 11 something. No hangover, hit the gym, did my same routine. Hopefully you guys are, stepping into the new year with just some excitement, and I hope that this new year brings you lots of wins, joy, all the things, good health. All right. So 3 receipts in 3 minutes. When systems get paid more for lying than serving. I hope you guys can see me. Today, I've been having a computer difficulty or technology issue. Well, now I have no light. So here we go. I debated even doing this, but I'm committed. Receipt number 1, the Minnesota daycare and the feeding programs. What the public was told. First of all, we didn't even know this was happening, right? These programs exist to feed children and support working families. But what actually came out? And this has been documented. In Minnesota, state and federal investigations uncovered massive fraud in publicly funded child nutrition and daycare-related programs. Some organizations claim to serve thousands of children who did not even exist. Y'all have seen the news, right? Shell nonprofits, fake rosters, inflated invoices, and luxury purchases were uncovered. This wasn't a paperwork error. It was a systemic failure of oversight. I don't even know how they got away with this, to be honest. Because daycares are so scrutinized. When I was on welfare, first of all, just as a single mom, this was when I was 17. My daughter, I was a teen mom. Well, it was like a pretty strict program. Like you had 2 years. I want to say they gave you 2 years. I don't even know if it was 2 years, but that's probably the max I was on the program. But they said you are to become self-sufficient. And so they go through all these things. They want to see your pay stubs. There's all these things that are a part of that. You have to go in and visit with them and meet and bring new pay stubs to show, if you've made any progress in your income, if all these things, and then they take away what you qualify for slowly. And then pretty soon, one day, voila, you're self-sufficient. Okay. That's supposed to be how it works. That's how I worked it. Okay. But I knew people that were on there for life. Okay. They're probably still on there. I just don't understand. I can't wrap my head around why we're allowing this. Then we have these daycares that have just come out. How does this not happen? Daycare should be so, scrutinized, and to be getting, we're not talking like a little bit of money. This is taxpayer dollars, millions and millions of dollars that are going to these daycares. And it makes you wonder, what else is there out there that the government has been paying with our dollars and just allowed it? I don't understand how this gets through the gate. how this gets through. I don't know. So, the shell nonprofits, fake rosters, inflated invoices, luxury purchases were uncovered. This wasn't a paperwork error, okay? The pattern to notice: when money flows faster than accountability, children become a talking point instead of the priority. Here's a critical thinking question. Why are parents struggling to afford groceries while systems serving children move millions with little verification. First of all, parents are struggling to afford groceries because they're not being held accountable. Okay? I understand needing it in the beginning, but the whole goal should be to become self-sufficient. Tell me if am I off? Do I not understand something? It's just like, what are we doing? Okay? I think I should be running this program. I've used it properly. I think that I'm going to be a voice to make some change here. Why are parents struggling to afford groceries? Okay, why are we just allowing them to stay on it forever? And then we're serving children, moving millions with little to no verification. How does this happen? Okay, receipt number 2. Section 8. Y'all know what Section 8 is? That's where we help pay for their apartment or where they're living, their townhouse, whatever it is that they're living in, okay? It's subsidized. I knew people that were living in Section 8 when I was a teen mom. And I learned about this by the time I got off of welfare. But I was hearing that some people that I knew were getting nice apartments, like really nice apartments for they were paying, their portion was $65 and the rest was covered by the government. And I was like, what? How come I never heard about that? I was kind of feeling like I got gypped, But really, I thought to myself, I don't want to be taking their money. I don't want to be living like that. Like, why are we not kicking these people off? So I never understood this. I was confused how we allowed people to do this forever. Thank you for the rose. Section 8 and welfare incentive traps. What the system promises: temporary assistance to help families stabilize and become self-sufficient. What audits and economics consistently show: benefit can drop sharply the moment income rises. Okay, that's great. That's what it should be. We should take away their benefits once their income rises. But are we? Families are often punished financially for getting married. Okay, well, if they are married, why are people holding themselves back? The mindset that needs to happen with these folks. I know that they're thinking in their brain, some of these folks, not all, is, shoot, if I get married, it's going to show my income went up. I'm not going to qualify for these benefits. So we can't get married. They will intentionally, do you get what I'm saying? They will intentionally stay at a lower level, low standard living, low standard mindset, crabs in the bucket bullshit. They will stay there just so they don't get their benefits taken away. There's people like that. And I can't wrap my head around that mentality. Who taught them to stay weak-minded, not to rise up, not to become a badass, not to want more, you know what I mean? Or maybe they're secretly, using that money. They want that money, but they're also making money under the table. I mean, I just don't know. I'm sure there's so many different scenarios, but this is the way I would roll with this program: is you get 2 years. I don't care your situation, because you can make more money. You get 2 years to be coached. We're going to assign you with a coach. This coach is going to help you learn new skills, get healthy, really become a better human in all areas of their life, and then transition them into a space where they are making good money and they no longer need the system. We need to be moving these kids, some of them are old and it's they shouldn't still be on there, moving them along. Now, I know that things can happen later in life, and sometimes we need to, get on welfare or whatever to subsidize because we're we just need to get stabilized, right? I completely understand that. And I think that it's great to have programs like that to help people. But it should still be, you get 2 years. Because you have to give them a time frame. Because if you don't, they're going to be stragglers, you know? But if you say, you got to get this done in this amount of time, use it or lose it, you know? You got to be strong with these people. You got to be strong. You got to say, if you want to be on here, you got to be going through a coaching program. You got to be getting coached. You need to learn new skills. And then when they meet with the counselor, the social worker, that social worker is verifying that they're in their coaching program. They've got like feedback from the coach that they're participating, that they're moving along, that things are going great. And so they can still continue to get their benefits. But if they don't, cut them. Cut them. That's what I say. All right. Why are we not tougher on people? Like, we just want to make people weak? No. Okay. That's why we're in the situation we're in, because we have created these weak people. Think about our ancestors, y'all. Think about our ancestors that walked the plains, you know, what they went through, to prepare a meal, to get their food, to walk through all this snow, to pull in wagons and the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, as time went on, we've just enabled them and made them weak. We've got to cut that shit out. Okay, we need to and it feels good, just so you know. If you are on welfare, I want you to know, it feels really good to be strong. It feels really good to provide for yourself. All right, so families are often punished, well, they should be, for getting married, working more hours, or earning slightly more. Don't be afraid to share that you're making more. You know how excited I was when they told me you no longer qualify. You have made enough money now that you no longer qualify. I was like, I'm done? That means I'm self-sufficient. It was a really cool thing for me. Why are other people why don't they think like that? Okay, the system unintentionally rewards stagnation and dependency. Why do we have a system that's doing that? Why? Because the government, it's not coming out of their pocket, right? It's coming out of taxpayer dollars. If our government isn't operating correctly, we can find a new government. Okay, but we all have to get together to make this decision. We have to unify. All right, here's an important thing to mention. This is not an attack. It is an attack. I'm attacking the people taking advantage. That's the distinction I'm making. I am attacking the people that are taking advantage. Don't be a freaking taken advantage of person. Okay? I just want people to know that they're in a system that is designed to keep them trapped, rather than empower them to fly. It makes you feel so incredible when you become stronger in all areas of your life. All right? This is the critical thinking, people. We have to critically think. If a program collapses when people succeed, that is not a critical thinking question. Okay, ChatGPT. Sometimes ChatGPT is so freaking weak. Okay, and I have to go, I don't like what you said here. Here was their critical thinking question. If a program collapses when people succeed, who is really designed to serve? No. That's not the critic. It's so soft. The program should get rid of them. Okay? It's not when people succeed, it collapses. That's weak-minded bullshit. ChatGPT sometimes is so weak, so don't always believe it. Right? You have to use your own brain. Here's a third receipt. Oversight, silence, and media disinterest. Okay, this is on fraud, accountability, reform, and protection of families. what often happens instead? Investigations move slowly. We know that's a fact. Media coverage fades quickly. The same agencies that keep their funding, whistleblowers are ignored or punished. That's true, right? Whistleblowers are ignored or punished. And here's some patterns to notice. When corruption is exposed, but nothing changes, it's not ignorance, it's tolerance. We have been tolerant in every area. We've been tolerant of religious institutions that allow their leaders to get away with crime. We've allowed the government to take advantage of us, take, our money, our taxpayer dollars to fund their bullshit. The food, why are we allowing the food companies to put chemicals and modify foods? It's not even real food. That's why people they're getting sick and the system is not. I don't even know, it's outlawed in other countries. You guys understand that, right? These food chemicals and all of this stuff that they're putting in our food is outlawed. Yet America still allows it. Why? Okay, the healthcare system. The system that we're on and our kids are on and they say they need them. It's not the same in other countries, okay? We have to think critically. And when corruption is exposed but nothing changes, it's not ignorance, it's tolerance. Somehow we have people that are just tolerant. Why aren't people more outraged? We need to unify together and kick some ass and say absolutely not. Guess who owns you, bitch? We own the government. It's we the people. Critical thinking question. If this were private citizens doing this at scale, this is true, would it be called compassion or a crime? We have people serving crime. This is a great point. We have people that serve time for smoking weed or having some weed on them, right? But then we have sex predators, Epstein files, all these Hollywood people, all this shiz that's out there that they won't bring it to the table. There's no accountability, but you've got people in jail that smoke some weed. Things are so screwed up. You have people within religious sectors that don't go to the police. They don't make any real reports. They handle it within their own organization, and they just pay these people off to, the person that was abused. They pay them off with millions of dollars of, their members' money, and it's supposed to everybody's supposed to be okay with this. Why aren't we dropping some heads? If this was your own child, where's my mama bears out there? Why aren't we kicking some ace? Because it didn't happen to your kid? I just don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it. Children are being abused sexually. And where's the accountability? And it's not one case. If it was one case, that's one, overlooked. Okay, we overlooked that. No. Hundreds, and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And it blows me away that people are just overlooking it. Or, oh, that's too bad that happened. But we just still go along. No. We need to, at some point, unify and say, absolutely not. These institutions, these organizations are we're no longer going to support you. They fail if we don't support them. That's the only way change is going to happen. I can get real passionate about this because it's true. Okay, it's a crime, and they need to be held to their feet to the fire for it. I will not outsource my thinking to media, to government, to institutions. I will not. I will ask hard questions. Follow the money. That's what you got to do. Follow the money. That's where you find out where most of the corruption is. And protect families first. Comfort never outranks truth. Never forget that, you guys. We have to, stop supporting these organizations. Stop giving money to any organization that is putting out garbage. Food, I hate to say it, but religious organizations that have been taking our money and becoming billionaires and getting away with sexual abuse. How about the government? We have to put a kibosh on this Section 8 bullshit. We need to put a kibosh on the welfare program. I get people can be on it, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a time limit for you, okay? We are happy to help you, okay? Get on your feet. We know things happen to good people, and we're going to help you, but this is what you have to do. You have to put in some sweat equity. That's what we need to do. It's the only way we're going to build stronger people and a stronger United States. And if we're stronger, our other countries are going to respect us more too. Right now they're looking at us like, what a bunch of freaking idiots. So, if this touched you in any way, give me a follow. I bring you information every day. 3 receipts in 3 minutes. Y'all know that's true. Okay? I hope you guys have an incredible day. I'm going to post this up on YouTube. And let me see if anybody said anything. I got to put my glasses on for this. Thanks for joining, for those of you that joined. I appreciate it. Hello, hello, hello. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Have an incredible rest of your day.